to be 2. There are many economists who think actually 3 is, for the future, probably a better and more accurate number, but the Fed doesn't want to change the rules of the game in the middle of the game. But we are certainly in an acceptable range now, and as you mentioned, it was down 0.1%, which is the first time that's happened in a month since May of 2020. Here's the problem. When you strip out food and fuel, because those things are volatile, the core index, as they call it, was up still 3.3%. It's a small increase, but you can't strip out food and fuel from your life. And part of the problem is that, food is still expensive. So it's not clear how long it'll take before people actually feel my wages are increasing more than inflation is increasing.
Well, as we said, this is better than economists had been hoping for. You mentioned food and fuel. What is cheaper now?
Prices in general are up, right? Mostly, unless you're in a recession, prices go up. So comparing it to pre-pandemic, a lot of things are up, but travel costs are down. Lodging is down, cheaper than they were a year ago. Food prices are up 0.2% compared to a year ago. Inflation as a whole is up 21% since 2021. And some of the categories that are really hurting people, hospital and healthcare services up 7%. That's more than most raises. Motor vehicle insurance up 19.5%. Eggs, which we all talk about as a measure of this, up 10%, and rent is up 5.2%. Again, that's still higher than wage increases. So that's why it hurts people disproportionately.
Economists, investors have been expecting the Fed to lower interest rates before and have been disappointed that they didn't. So what's standing in the way potentially of the bank lowering rates later this year?
Jobs. We're finding the unemployment number creeping up. It's still very low. It's 4.1%. We used to think of it historically as 5% being the low, but that's the other problem. They don't want to heat up the economy too much and tighten the labor market. There's a real balance between fighting inflation and fighting a recession. Nobody's really worried about a recession right now, but the Fed is keeping these things both in mind. Expect a rate cut probably by September, though.
Thank you. We'll get back to you on that. Ali Velshi, MSNBC chief correspondent and host of the show. Velshi, thanks again.
Thanks, Liz.
This is Here and Now.
And it's Michigan Public. I'm Mike Perini. Good afternoon. COVID-19 cases are on the rise, and the CDC is encouraging people to get the next booster shot, which will be available in the fall. Hear that story in...
All right, so here we go again. Fivefold bringing you the news. Fresh Air, 91.7 FM. Okay. You see, inflation may be still a little high, but wages are going up. So pretty soon, we'll hit an equilibrium. But not if the Republicans get back in office, because everything's going to slow down. They're on the side of big business. So all these wage increases that we've been seeing, slow down almost to a halt. Telling you, why would you support someone who doesn't support you? The Republicans do not support regular people. They don't. They support big business. That's their friend. So, I don't know how much plainer it can be. I know life has gotten better for you since Biden was in office. I know it has. And if you think back about it, every time a Republican is in office, things is hard. And when the Democrats are in office, it gets a little easier. Things are better for the people. So, which would you rather deal with? Huh? It's not a hard decision. I'd rather have things better for me than for the government and business. They done made enough money. They need to double our wages. I stopped for gas. They need to double our wages. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Double our wages and give us even more than what they've been giving us already. Because they've been raping us, basically. this whole entire time. Rate.